So when did this show become good?
Yeah. It's actually doing things. It's actually having moments. It's not crap. By the way, this is Future Card Buddyfight, episode 22.
Seriously, just skip season 1.
Yeah, you really don't need it that much.
And I really hope that my prediction of 2 good episodes and then the rest being shit is not true.
Oh, didn't even realize you made that prediction.
Because they did it last time when things started getting good. There was 2 episodes of good and then it went to bad. Then there was 2 episodes of good, then it went to bad.
Well, it's looking like it's doing better this time. Because, well, the plot is in fact moving forward. Like I thought. It wasn't just a brief cameo of our villains and then nothing. It was in fact... they're planning.
It's great.
I guess we'll start with the beginning.
Everyone's at a fancy dinner.
Party.
Yep, and everyone's looking at a briefcase and they're like, oh, there's a rare card in there! And whoever wins gets the rare card! And then the principal, and then Drum's walking around just being Drum, and he sees a tail sticking out of a table and he goes under to look at it and he gets slapped in the face!
That's right in the mouth.
Yeah, so then we have a flashback to explain what's going on. And basically, principal's like, yeah, some sort of financial group, I forget.
Whatever, the financial group.
Yeah, the financial group wants to have all of you on their once annual party on their yacht.
For all the
ABC
people,
Cup.
For all the finalists of the ABC Cup.
Yep. Yacht party!
In which case they begin talking a lot and a lot of exposition about who these people are. All we needed was, I think...
Kyoya runs the company and he invited you on his yacht because he owns the school.
We didn't even need that part.
Yeah, we didn't even need that
Do
part.
we really need to know who runs the dang school? We can already tell that the bad guys have their hands in there. The president of the company is of the school is a son of the mustache Hitler adult version of himself.
Yeah.
Who is not in charge of the whole buddy police, but at least the superior of the leader of that group of the buddy police.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, we didn't need to know that much.
Yeah, it was basically just you guys got invited. There you go.
You had to pad it out. Don't have enough time to have our apparently Russian lady in her bathing suit just sitting around.
Adorable. Buddyfight. You have these scenes in the episode of women in swimsuits, and yet none of your cards have women. Yeah, why?
It's to compensate for the fact that Vanguard's women barely exist in the show.
Something's wrong here. But anyway, so yeah, also Lady Suzuha says LOL, and it hurt our souls.
It cringed me so hard. Like, I know she's supposed to not, get what the kids are saying, even though she is one of the kids. But still, it hurts.
She's so fly diggity.
Oh, God. Don't do that again.
But yeah, so then Jin's like, I would be caught dead at this affair. And then he totally is caught dead at that affair because he wants a free lunch.
And, like, he looks so crazy. Look at this guy.
I love how he's
just get a good look at him. He is so... that. Oh yeah.
Jin knows where it's at.
There's a lot of that in this episode too, by the way. Not, well, him too, but this kind of thing. So flamboyant.
Yeah, there is a lot of flamboyancy in this episode. So yeah, and then all of a sudden, oh my god, Danger World's fighting!
Yep, Danger World is actually doing things. Granted, it's nothing new.
But still, they exist still. And you know who also still exists? Kiri! Kiri is fighting!
Kiri is doing things other than being the guy who carries everyone's stuff.
He has my car keys! We have to save him!
And they even give him some character moment when he's getting frustrated because he's losing, even though he's only like 1 point behind.
Yeah. It's good foreshadowing for his fall to darkness.
Because I'm still saying he is. It's like almost obvious. Almost 100%.
Even our villains say the second he gets a buddy fighter, we should totally recruit him.
Yep, it's like very. It's even they are like, yeah, we can't keep this a secret.
Yeah. So also So he's fighting Tetsuya, and Lasagna's already like, well, Tetsuya's out of this, and Gao's like, I'm not so sure. And then he's like, Tetsuya gets stronger with every battle, and Drum's like, I wish I would get stronger at every battle. And we're like, Drum, don't look up to Tetsuya.
He's
we like
looking
him,
up to Tetsuya.
but we like Tetsuya, but come on.
That's how you know Drum is in a bad place.
He is. Like, you can just imagine during this whole party, Drum's at the bar just drinking as many shots of whiskey as he can.
Oh, he's already just kind of wandering around half the time.
Yeah. He's a drunken bum. But yeah, so then, Demon Golden Time punches that eagle in the face!
Yeah, that eagle, like, died.
Yeah, I just love, though, too, Kiri's like, and he looks at his gauge, and he looks at the eagle, and the eagle's like, is he thinking what I think he's Demon Golden?
I knew it.
So, Tetsuya... Oh, Task is forced to work on the boat as a butler, which is pretty funny. The police...
Yes, I didn't even realize I said that. He didn't exactly do anything on the boat until the card was reported stolen.
You have to promote Buddyfight on this boat because you are suspended. And,
yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah. So then, Jack telepathically is telling Task, don't worry, it's gonna be okay, just calm down. We didn't realize this till the end of the episode, too, because his pocket glowed for some reason.
I thought it was just their hearts because, you know, Aibo.
Yeah. But it turns out
No,
they gave him his
card back, spoilers.
And his deck! That tape is just there to stop
Tape's
them.
there saying, don't do it.
Don't you do it.
Even though he can just, and he does, in fact, just rips it right off. Like, why did they even give it back?
Oh yeah, and then, because the, Hitler police is there, he sees his son hiding under the table, and he's like, son, what are you doing under there? He's like, oh, nothing, Daddy. He's like, well, you shouldn't be hiding under there. You're the champion. You're the best winner that ever won a 1v1 thing. Yeah, I'm so proud of you, son. And he just starts crying, and he's like, they didn't let me win, Daddy.
Yep, with this face.
So great.
He's like, so upset.
And his dad's just like, don't smudge my uniform.
Don't grab my uniform, kid.
Yeah.
I like how they're wearing, like, the same uniform, almost, except for the, like, shoulders.
Yeah, it's so silly. So then, Task is, he sees Gao and he starts walking towards him, but Suzuha's in the way, and he just walks right past her. And
Suzuha gets the blue balls.
Yeah, and Suzuha's just
blue
like...
ovaries, I guess, in this case.
Yeah, she's just like, oh, he's doing it on purpose so that he won't ruin my social status, you know, the press and stuff. And her butler's just crying behind her for her stupidity.
It's so innocent. You mean, so stupid.
Yeah, so then, it's time for Saturday Night Devil Fever!
Yeah, staying alive. I'm staying alive.
I just love how whenever those three guys attack, they just circle around Kiri going,
Gay bar attack.
Gay bar so yeah, with that, Tetsuya wins, and Kiri's all upset, and that's when the evils say, we want Kiri if he gets a buddy monster.
Yes.
And then, everyone's crowding around to see the big rare card get revealed. Zanya sees Task, and his little bro's like, hey, don't you want to go up to him and get his autograph? He's like, no, I don't overreact to people I looked up to. But if you want his autograph, you could.
Stop being tsundere. Lasagna.
Yeah. So then, Kyoya? Yeah, his name's Kyoya.
Yep, Kyoya.
Kyoya's like, well, here's the secret rare card.
There's nothing here.
Nothing! And everyone's shocked.
Except for him.
Except for him, he's just like...
Ooh.
Yeah, he's just like...
He's so Pegasus about this.
He is, and it makes me happy. I just want him to go even more Pegasus.
What you want is just like, ooh.
Ooh, Gowie boy.
I don't think we need that. We already got enough of that in this show.
There can never be enough.
I
love camp.
I don't know, the card in question really lays it down. Like, super thick.
There can never be enough camp. But anyway, so then, Task gives one of the funniest lines for me, at least. There's a crime. Here you go. Stay in school, kid.
Yeah, like he just does it all the time. Just stay in school, kid.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
So then Detective Task is on the case. He once again is wearing his uniform underneath that jacket.
Giant armor pads and everything.
You totally can't tell. So then, everyone Osmodite starts acting suspicious.
Yeah, like, seriously. He's like, I didn't do it, but he has all these stupid faces.
Yeah.
Like, he just... Like, look at this guy. Does this look like the guy who didn't do anything? Does he look for a second like he just... like he's innocent?
And then, even Tetsuya's like, did you do it, man? And he's like, no, I have witnesses. And he just shows other versions of himself saying, I can totally vouch for Osmodine not doing it. And they're just, everyone's like, I think it was Osmodine. Meanwhile, the president is underneath the table getting bitch slapped by said secret rare card.
Yep. And then...
This card slaps people a lot.
Yeah, it's because it's, let's face it, it's flamingly flaming.
Not because he's a dragon, because he's gay.
It's like, it's not, and I don't mean to be that guy, but it's like, no, this thing is doing, it's like...
We have evidence.
Yeah, he does it at the end, he proves it. Yeah. But it's like, no, he's like, he is so... What's the word for it even? He's just...
Camp!
Like, he's so camp in, like, the most, almost offensive way. He's like, the only thing he's
so
missing...
stereotypically gay
The only thing he's missing is the lisp.
And the feather boa.
Yep. Although he's got the feathery hair.
Yeah.
And the eyelashes.
Yeah. This guy, he is such a priss. I actually forget his name. I remember we heard it and we just didn't care. We just started calling him Priss Dragon.
We heard it twice, and then you just kept calling it Priss Dragon, and you made me forget it.
I'm sorry.
Well, maybe someone will put it in the comments. We'll just look it up later. We have the episode.
Yeah.
Whatever. Point is it's very prissy and it's hilarious.
But the way they get him out too is kind of funny because Gao basically lays on his side like this and just starts scratching his ass, and he's like, "Oh man, what a lame thing to happen." He's like, "But why do I care? I bet this card was lame and stupid and cowardly anyway." And then
I bet it was from Danger World.
So then Tusk catches on and he says, I bet he was just too scared to show us his ugly face, and then he flames into existence. And he's just like, how dare you? I am a Drago wizard!
How dare you defy my name and my face?
So then they're like, oh, it's a dragon wizard, a dragon from Magic World.
I'm the Drago wizard.
Yeah, I'm the Drago wizard.
Now where is my piano and feather boa?
This one's from Liberace. But
thank you, Anne. That was the joke. Anyway, continue.
So then we learn that he does burn damage. So
yeah, straight up says that the Drago wizards are known for just doing burn damage. So that's neat, I guess.
Yeah. Drum doesn't like him.
In fairness, he slapped him in the face.
Yeah. Oh, that's the guy I met earlier underneath the table.
You sure you want me in the closet?
Wait. Oh!
Anyway, continue.
So then, everyone's like, Gao, how did you know that would work? He's like, I had a feeling. And they're like, but what if it was an item card? Or a spell? And then it wouldn't have worked. Your plan's stupid, and it's just like, at least he tried.
At least he tried something. At least he wasn't standing there saying, oh god, what are we gonna do?
Should we do something, guys? We should do something!
And I don't like, guys, don't try to make me have to defend him, by making everyone else worse than him.
Yeah.
So, like he was better in this episode, don't get me wrong, but he's still got 20 episodes to make up for.
Yeah. Until this season makes up for the entire last season.
We have to go to at least 2 episodes with good character development with him before I can say he's forgiven for all the other crap. Although Drum did poke some jabs into his mouth earlier. No homo. I just realized how that sounded. This episode has a lot of age. I don't even know why. I apologize. It just keeps coming out.
It gets to you.
Oh god.
But yeah, so then Kyoyo starts his evil plan, which includes creating icebergs.
Yep, his plan. Kill everybody. Well, I guess that's a great start.
We need to find more people to work for us. I know. I'll kill everyone.
I know where he was trying to go with this, sort of, but it's just silly. Like, what if no one had a plan? What if Tusky wasn't there?
Honestly, I think he just wouldn't even care.
Just kill him. Just kind of kill everybody just on a whim. Don't care.
He'd be more upset about losing his yacht.
Meanwhile, Priss Dragon gets, I guess, captured somehow by I forgot
Vice
her name.
VP.
Yeah, VP. And she says she's going to burn him. Oh, come on. There we go. They're going to burn him with the lighter, I guess. Because he's not following orders, and therefore has to be disposed of. Granted, What are you doing?
I saw a beeping light and I was just making sure of something.
Anyway.
Sorry.
Now you made me lose track.
Sorry. So then,
But anyway, threatening the thing with the car, which made me bring up the question, why doesn't he just teleport away?
Yeah.
We've already addressed that with Gal Korga, that people can just leave, that these monsters can just leave whenever they want to. Heck, at the end of the episode, spoilers again, Drum leaves. So it's like, yeah, he could leave whenever he wants. So I don't know how this is an actual threat.
Yeah.
Especially because he clearly doesn't want to be here. Because he was also bitching how he doesn't want to just be given away as a prize. Which, fair enough. But again, why is he still here if he doesn't even want to be here?
Also, another thing, as they're about to crash into the iceberg, Task takes out Jack and takes the tape off, and the one advisor to Hitler police is just like, "Oh, you can't do that!" And it's like, "Sir, hundreds of people's lives are at stake. I think it'll be okay if Task breaks his parole to save people. Because you know what? Off-duty cops save people all the time."
But you don't understand. It has police tape around it.
And then he just keeps on doing it too. Like Task is like, "I'm gonna use the future force in order to break this iceberg," and he's like, "You can't do that!" And he just bitch slaps him out of the way.
I'm convinced that somewhere between now and like 20-something years from now, physics just died because he didn't throw him, flip him, or anything. He just like pushed him
This
out
dude
of
was like
there.
twice his size.
Twice his size and probably 3 times his weight. He's fat.
Yeah, he is.
And he just pushes him, like force pushes him across the freaking screen. And I'm like, dude, chillax.
Yeah.
You didn't need to kill him. He's not actually dead, but it's like, geez, that much force should have hurt him pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm warning you, mister.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And even after he releases Jack and uses his future force and stuff, he just keeps saying, "Don't you do it! Don't you do it! Don't you freaking do it!"
It's like, you actually gonna stop him? So then, also, when the VP is about to destroy the card, Drum says that, he believes that even though he doesn't like Priss Dragon, he agrees with him that everyone should be free to choose their own buddy because he is happy. He finally admits that he is happy to be Gao's buddy. And that he's honored to be Gao's buddy. And I'm just like, oh my god. We're finally addressing that? It's been like 20 episodes?
Yeah, Drum's actually acting like a guy.
Yeah.
It's funny how these characters act their best before they leave.
Show, please stop throwing everyone away.
Well, at least we know he's going to be back.
Yeah.
Like, not even going to be gone in an episode. Granted, he's not going to be where everyone else is, or I presume everyone else. I don't know how everything that's going to happen, but
we'll get to that.
We'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah, so then, the president's like, the vice president's like, okay, fine, throws the card over her shoulder into the water.
Fine, then prove it. Prove it that you care about this card and your ideals, and then throws it off the ship. Drum jumps after it, forgets that he doesn't have his drill. Then Gao jumps after him, and they're going off the side. And then Jack just picks him up and puts him back on the ship.
I was really hoping they'd crash into the ocean.
You would.
Have the little Titanic moment where they're both hanging on the board.
I'll never let you go.
Drum slowly sinks under, the music starts up, and then he's like, oh wait, I can swim. It's fine.
Oh, that's right. We're like in like 80-degree weather. The water's probably like 80 itself, maybe 70.
Yeah, probably around 70.
It's like, it's not that bad. I'm fine, actually.
But yeah. So then, they use the Future Force, they use Dragonic Punisher to break the giant iceberg. They see a flash of the big bad dragon. He's huge.
Ozzy Dahaka. I'm going to just call him Ahmed.
Ahmed.
I don't know. He's silly. I got nothing. It's a weird name.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, let's call him Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy Dahaka's name is now Ozzy Osbourne.
So then, the day is saved thanks to the Powerpuff Tasku.
Tasku is the stew of Gary.
Yeah. So then, everybody goes home. Priss Dragon now has a crush on, Drum, and he's like, I'm so glad you saved me, buddy. He's like, I don't know if you know this, but we're both monsters. And he says, that's okay. I'm always good with breaking the rules. I'm always good with
breaking a few rules, as he's, like, snuggling up to Drum, and Drum's, like, freaking out.
Totally not a metaphor for being gay. Especially since Drum points out that they're both the same kind of thing. Priss Dragon totally wants to touch dicks.
Okay, stop being offensive, but seriously, those undertones did really become overtones at that point. Like, they aren't even hiding it.
I am all for gay dragon.
I just found it funny, like, how they're just having him do this. It's like, you're really touchy-feely.
For some reason, that just makes me like him more. I know he's supposed to be an annoying priss, but I like him.
Whatever. I don't really care either way.
So then,
that reminds me, though, because I just remembered something.
Yeah.
Remember what? What do you remember?
The words.
Okay, before that.
Yeah.
I just want to say, oh yeah, I forgot. Remember how how Tasku got that feather dragon? And how he still hasn't used it ever?
Yeah.
Even though, you know, Jack being confiscated, which he said it was, which the two guys said they were doing with his deck. You know, he still has them, though, so he didn't have a reason to just use it. Like, why didn't you just use Galvanic Feather Dragon, or whatever its name is?
Because he's a hot-headed cop who's going off the edge.
Because he beat the guy in combat, and he said he would fight for him.
And he's a pretty big dragon. I'm pretty sure he could have beat up that iceberg.
He's like 5 times the size of Jack.
Yeah. You know what he probably could have done? Just push the boat out of the way.
Probably could have moved the icebergs out of the way, too.
Which probably would have been safer than using a giant sword to splinter giant ice shards everywhere, possibly landing on the boat and sinking it.
And it's on fire, too. It could have set the boat on fire.
Yeah, that was like 10 times more dangerous.
And Jack was, when in the thunderstorm mode, lightning bolts at any point could have, you know, sparked off the iceberg and got fire. My point is that it would have probably been a more interesting time to at least see him start using his other buddy, since they went through the trouble of saying your cards are confiscated, because it didn't matter.
Yeah.
He just used them anyway. It wasn't even a point. I didn't say the episode was perfect. I just said it was good.
It was good, but it wasn't perfect. And that's all we're asking from this show.
So anyway, at the end of the thing,
Drum says
it says to Priss Dragon that to take care of Gal, and Gal was wondering what this means, and he's saying, I'm going. I hate to tell you this, kid, but I'm going to be going. I don't feel like I'm fit to be your buddy. And he's like, Gal's like, you're starting up with this stuff again. You still won't accept me as a buddy. He's like, no, you got it backwards. I'm not fit to be your buddy. So I'm gonna go and try to get stronger, like Jack. So he gets ready to leave, and Gal's like, don't do this to me. You're really runs.
We're buddies.
And then in the best kind of poetic justice ever, he takes. He or at least abridges a line from the Mighty Sunfighter and throws it back at Gal's face. That's
so delicious.
That sometimes a fighter has to fight. Sometimes a warrior or a dragon has to fight alone. So he's going to go fight alone, and Gal can't actually say anything about it because his brother said it. And Gal won't dare say anything against what his brother said, even if it's stupid. So yeah, that makes me feel better about episode 20.
Such poetic justice.
Just because he used it against him, and I loved it because he didn't have anything else to say, and then Drum left because what could he do?
Rode off on his Scooty Puff Jr. into the sky.
Turned into a card and then evaporated. And I think that was the end of the episode.
That was the end of the episode.
Yep, and then the next time we see Drum...
Dungeon World!
Yep, we see Drum is in Dungeon World with new armor. Well, it's similar to his current armor, but it's grafted into knight armor, and his drill thing becomes into a drill sword, which is like one of the most badass things I've ever been able to say.
Drill sword.
And I really hope that drill sword actually has some functionality.
Please, Gurren Lagann this.
But we'll see. And not just that. In fact, I will get this in here so you guys can see. Here's what he looks like now. And also, we get to see Tusk, who is going to be there.
He's a paladin.
And Baku is there. I guess he's a robot. He's got a really big...
He's turned into Arabian Amy Rose.
But yeah, he's got a giant-ass hammer, so whatever that's about. She's a cleric.
Cleric.
I guess you're the monk.
Monk magician. I know he's supposed to be like dancing magician Tetsuya.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So yeah, he's some kind of wizard, break dancer, whatever.
I'm just gonna say
he's punching hearts, by the way.
He's drunken style monk.
And also, I guess my screenshot didn't get a picture.
No, you did. Next one.
No, that's just the buddy. But that is actually part 2, because it looks like the Dungeon World girl is going to show up.
She's finally here.
Or at least I still can only assume it's a girl. I have no actual proof yet. But I'm going to still say most likely girl. Whoa, wrong way. There we go. But yeah, it's going to be interesting because while he's training there, I guess they're going to go there. Note that Gao was not in the group of the things I showed you because he is, in fact, because I'm going to show you this right now, he wasn't in the group. So I'm guessing he either stayed behind or he has gone a different direction looking for him, or he's just going to let Drum do what he has to do because he's decided, he's got to do it. Alright, so, opinion of the episode.
It was really good. I'm excited for the idea that Gao might be using Magic World.
I'm excited that Dragon World's going to get less support finally.
With all hope.
Well, yeah, even with the littlest amount of hope, because anything Tusker uses is most likely just going to be Jackknife support. I don't count that as Dragon World support because it's
very specific.
Yeah, it's super specific and geared towards Jack. So it doesn't even matter. With the exception of maybe I don't know. I don't really care to think about it at the moment because I don't want to think about Dragon World getting more stuff that's generic. They don't need any more.
Yeah. They're good.
They're good for like another 2 sets without getting support. But yeah, so hopefully we'll see less of that happening. We got plot happening, and yeah, I like the episode too.
It was a good episode.
For
Keep
once.
it up, guys. I remember halfway through the episode you said maybe they took our advice and did fire the old writers and got new ones.
Maybe enough people complained that a lot of stuff was getting brought up and dropped instantaneously, and all these character development went nowhere or was just plain bad, and they decided to go completely around and not do that stuff anymore. Even point out some of the stupid things they did and fix them. Like 2 episodes in a row where Danger World was mentioned. I'm just saying.
Also, I kind of was hoping that they'd let Drum be gone so that they could develop that a little bit, but the fact that we're getting Dungeon World makes up for the fact that we're instantly getting this resolved.
It's fine to me because it means Drum is taking over with being the main character. Because now he has his own... Because of all the characters that are still left in the show, I should say, he probably had the most room to grow as a person. Because he's not perfect like Gao. He's not still budding like Kiri. And he's not perfect... And he's not other perfect like Tasku is.
Yeah. I mean, he had personality that could improve. Kiri doesn't have a personality.
He's not supposed to have a personality yet. He's supposed to be guy any kid can relate to when starting this game for the first time.
He's Aichi.
He is Aichi, except for less personality. Not that Aichi early on had a whole lot of personality either, but still.
Give me back my card.
So, yeah, I'm fine with that. And I guess there's not really much else to say. I mean, it's funny how good stuff always just has less to talk about, even though we've been talking for about half an hour.
Because it's the thing about doing something good is that you just point out it's good. And it's like, do that. When something's bad, you have to point out why it's bad.
Yeah, true. Because it's not that hard to say why something's good. If it works, it works, and that's how it works.
Yeah, I mean,
if it's bad, it's like usually something didn't go right.
And it's better to analyze that and stuff. Like, that's why we have so much more to talk about in bad episodes. It's because we analyze what went wrong and what happened. And when something's good, it's like, this was good because it did this.
So it's funny how even though how good it was, it still had a lot of stuff to nitpick.
Yeah.
Either way, though, it was a good episode. I definitely say, like, if you have to watch the first season, like, watch the first 5 episodes and maybe watch the ones that have Noboru in it, because Noboru episodes are good. Otherwise, episode 21 basically recaps everything else.
Yeah. Just start with season 2.
Yep. So
as much as I love Noboru, it's like...
Yeah, you don't even need to technically see that, because he's written out a show and he showed up once in this second season.
It's not a kitten!
That's all he said. So, shoot.
Got no respect.
So that next thing up will be Vanguard episode
56.
What?
Wait, it was 76.
Wait, what?
176. 176.
Adam, stop this.
Sorry.
What numbers are you saying?
I can't numbers.
Episode 56 was some time ago.
Episode 156. 176. I can't numbers. Good night, everybody.
Alright, you stay over there. Yeah, so 176 of Vanguard, Legion, Mate Bobo. We'll probably still put up some older videos of our Buddy fights and Vanguard fights that we have recently unearthed.
Yeah, so for those of you who were asking if Elliot's back.
So if you see Elliot in the video, that's why. Because these are, I think most of these are from April even.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure, but yeah, I think most of them are April. I will make sure to label them by the month, especially if we have a lot, because it tends to be easier to make a lot of card fights or buddy fights or duels if we start recording Yu-Gi-Oh matches at once. So there might even be times where we'll still have stuff from like April coming out even a few months from now, combined with other stuff. Any other big things coming out? Well, oh yeah, that's right. The sneak peek is this weekend for Extra Boosters 8 and 9. I really do not care, because Vanguard has this problem where it basically makes all of its older stuff irrelevant when you know the new stuff is happening. Because as much as I like Immortal Kaiser, I'm not going to be using it over the Riser Legion stuff. It's so good. Night.
Night.
Love you too. Anyway, Vague is cool, but I don't want to have to deal with getting those, because they're going to be expensive, and everyone's going to use them anyway. And everything else in there is already irrelevant, I think, actually, with the exception of like Cruel Dragon and stuff. But my point is that there's a tendency in this game to not have rotational format, but still have rotational format, because the new stuff is always better than the old stuff.
We don't have a ban list, but we have a ban list.
Yeah, it's like that. So, but on top of that, next week when those two sets officially released, we also get Extra Booster 1 of Buddyfight, which I still don't think I really care about much of that set except for the Richard.
There's nothing from that set. It's funny, like, the next few months of card games, I'm not looking forward to anything. Like, literally, set 14...
I wouldn't say that, because in July we get Booster 3.
Yeah, Booster 3 I am excited for, because I want to see more of Dungeon World.
Booster 3 of that, and the trial deck of Dungeon World and Katana World. I guess this is basically a weekly reminder of things we're going to do, because we're getting closer and closer to those things happening.
My face when I realized that the only thing I'm buying set 14 for in Vanguard is for a stand trigger.
Huh.
But, yeah, I'm probably going to be selling some of my decks soon. I could use the pocket change, and they're going to be rotated out. But not rotated out, but rotated out.
It's funny how they do that. Anyway, I guess that's about it. So, till next time, everybody.
Stay in school.
Yep, stay in school, kids. Keep buddy fighting, and
don't let the man bring you down.
Yeah, like that.
I promise never to do that again.
Alright, so see you, everybody.
See ya. Bye-bye.